Hollywood divorces often grab headlines for all the wrong reasons: scandals, custody battles, and heartbreak. But behind the scenes, some stars are rewriting the story of what it means to raise kids after a breakup. From Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner to Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon, these celebrities are proving that co-parenting can work, even under the world's brightest spotlight. Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon. For Mariah Carey, family comes first. The music legend shares 14-year-old twins Monroe and Moroccan with her ex-husband Nick Cannon, and she's clear about one thing: she wants their childhood to feel as normal as possible. In a recent interview, Mariah admitted that growing up with divorced parents isn't easy, so she makes sure her kids enjoy time with both mom and dad equally. Nick Cannon, however, takes a slightly different view. On his own podcast, he revealed that he doesn't even like the term co-parenting. In his words, "We're just parenting." And that philosophy is complicated when you consider that Nick has fathered 12 children with 6 different women. Still, he says the key is respect, compassion, and treating every partner and every child as individuals. It may not be perfect, but for Nick and Mariah, the priority is always their kids. But Mariah and Nick aren't the only ones showing that parenting after divorce can look very different from the stereotypes. Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner's journey has been far more public. Their split made headlines around the world, followed by a custody battle that played out in the spotlight. But despite the drama, Joe says he feels lucky. On a recent podcast, he praised Sophie as one of his daughter's greatest role models. His words, "My little ones have some incredible women to look up to, including their mom." For Sophie, the road wasn't easy. She admitted it took time to repair things after such a tough year. But her message was powerful. "We're co-parenting, and I think we're doing pretty great at it. I'll do anything to make sure my kids feel like they have a mom and dad who are there for them, together or apart." It's raw honesty, and it shows just how much work goes into healing after a very public breakup. And they're far from the only ones in Hollywood trying to prove that co-parenting doesn't have to mean conflict. Other celebrity examples. Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin were some of the first celebrities to bring the idea of conscious uncoupling into the spotlight, showing the world that divorce doesn't always mean chaos. Irina, Shayk, and Bradley Cooper have quietly raised their daughter together while keeping their friendship intact. And Fergie and Josh Duhamel continue to co-parent with love and respect years after their separation. Different couples, different stories, but all connected by the same mission: putting kids before pride. Co-parenting isn't simple. It's emotional, it's messy, and sometimes it takes years to get right. But these celebrity families are proving that even when love stories end, parenting partnerships can still thrive. They're showing the world that kids can grow up with stability, even if mom and dad are no longer together. So maybe the question isn't whether co-parenting works, it's whether the rest of us can learn from these stars. Do you think Hollywood is changing the way we look at parenting after divorce?